Hi everyone, it's Jim. I wanted to share a new journal that I made. This is a gift for someone. She is a world traveler and she is visiting the United States from Jordan, and I'm getting ready to take it to her right now, so I wanted to walk you through it before I gave it away. The cover is super plain. It's some hand marbled paper, and I left this blank, so I thought I could let her name it, so I left the book plate open, put the charm on the front of a globe since she's a traveler. On the inside, I did a little painting, a watercolor. She said she loved, she had a lot of places that she really loved. She loved the Peak District. She loved Florence in Italy and Assisi. And so I tried to look for things that I just did a search, and then did some little paintings for her and some drawings and things. So it has quite a few little things. There's a quote at the top: "Fill your paper with the breathings of your heart," by William Wordsworth. This is just the book plate template so that she can name her book. A pocket. I made a couple things of washi tape just so that she could tape things in. Another little painting of the Duomo in Florence, and a lamppost. Just a journaling card that I've been playing with the jelly plate. It's the jelly plate and a little, almost like a specimen with a butterfly picture on the back. It's lined with tea-dyed paper. Trying this new setup. I hope I'm not jiggling too much. Oh, I have a little buffalo. In the U.S., I think they were at Yellowstone. They might have seen some buffalo in their trips to the U.S., so I found that little charm. This is hilarious. I found it at a flea market, and it's an old postcard. But what made me laugh was what the person had written on it: "Black velvet hat with white plumes and silk lace blouse, a beautiful outfit. I loved it. But oh, what a face. Green velvet suit with skunk fur all around the collar and edge of suit, $50. So she must have really been going somewhere special. Just a little bit of sari silk on the end. Some great leaf impressions. This is a cypress vine that my neighbor gave me, and I really like it. It makes some good impressions. Just a date stamp. I did some sunprint stuff. I got some sunprint things off of Amazon, and they've been lots of fun, so I used some of them in different places in this book. This was a piece of watercolor, and I picked some flowers and leaves from the yard, and I pounded it with a hammer, and it left some of the dye from the flowers, so I thought that was kind of a cool looking little journaling card. Another antique postcard that I found at a flea market. Look at how they're dressed. I don't even know where this is. Schillerstein. But it looks really interesting. And then I got this great little envelope with a letter, and so I painted a little watercolor on the front, and it had the letter in it, so I left it. I just thought that was kind of interesting to maybe look at later. She collects wax seals, and I only have a couple, but I thought I would attach that with a wax seal. I use lots of map pages of places that she had been or places that she loved. So this is Italy and the Gulf of Venice, so I have a little gondolier here with a secret little tuck spot to write in. Secured with a magnet, and this is a pocket with a little Italian stamp. Just a date stamp. Tried to leave some blank pages for her to write and add her own things. Some great hand marbled paper, and this is a ceiling fresco. I don't remember where I got it from. It's from an art book. Another wax seal, and this is Tewksbury Road. I took it from one of Jibiniri's journal flip throughs, and I really liked it, and it's about travel, so I thought that she might like that. Let's see, just some blank pages. Painting of the Duomo, and this is also a pocket. I took an old little handkerchief that I found with some embroidery on it. I thought it looked nice with all of that. Another stamp from Italy. Just a German book page. This is a tuck spot with some hand marble paper, and since they were from Jordan, this was an old Bible story book from 1900, and they had book plates all through it. So I liked this one because it was crossing the Jordan, so I thought that was kind of fun. Just backed it with some tea stain paper. Let's see, just some stamping and some tracing paper that is inked. This is a tag with an old book page from a bird book. I really love this bird book. I put it on with a magnet and then left this as a tuck spot. And then I found this great postcard. Look at that. What I love most is the writing on the back. Cincinnati, Ohio. Love it. It looked nice in there with all the green. Let's see. Moving on. Oh, just some architecture. She mentioned architecture, and this looked like it was from Rome. And I know she's been to Rome. More sun prints from some of the vines in my yard. It's also a pocket. More pounded leaves and flowers. Did this little watercolor on a book page and made it into a it's Lorna Doone, which is what the original book was. It was from the copyright date wasn't on the book, but it was inscribed by a person. I took that inscription page and put it back in later. It was 1901, so the book itself is over 100 years old. Just some more little decorated pages, paper to write on. Oh, they live in Jordan. No place like home. Love this little quote too. Took me years to understand that words are often as important as experience because words make experiences last. I love this quote too. It just reminded me of travel. And they used to live in Florida when they were younger, so this was a postcard from Florida. It talks about how hot it was in Florida, and it was from 1935, so that was kind of interesting. Just sewn music pages with a little bit of vellum. These were fun. I found they were giving these out at Starbucks to advertise some of their new coffees a few years ago, and I liked the design, so I just would take a pocketful every time, and I've been using them in my journals to give to people to frame pages and things. I just cut out the name. This is a pressed Queen Anne's lace from beside the road where I live, and I didn't know this, but it represents sanctuary. And I also read that Queen Anne was known as an expert lace maker, and when she was making lace one day, she pricked her finger and blood got on the lace, and that's why there's a dark spot in the middle of the flower. Well, that was kind of fun. This is my grandmother's handwriting, one of her recipe cards that she gave me, and that would be this young lady's great-grandmother, so I included it as a pocket. This is a great quote from a Dean Koontz book that I love. Kind of goes with the travel theme. Another one of those little frames from Starbucks. Just some stamping on some tracing paper. This is a statue in Florence, and I found it at a flea market, and I knew that she would appreciate it, so I made a pocket out of it as well. This is just a collage page with some writing and the title of the book, and this was the inscription, page 1901. I don't know who Grace Dickey was, but thanks for donating your book, because I used it. This is a hand carved stamp. I carved that stamp, and then I went back and sewed. I made it look sort of like, my intent was to look sort of like roots. It just flips up, so you can still write behind it. A little watercolor I did of Palazzo Vecchio in Florence. I think it's Florence. This is an envelope that I made with some, I love this marble paper. I forget where I got it, but it's almost like canvas. So I did a little tracing window, and I left it open for her to write with, or she can go ahead and she can go ahead and seal it if she wants to put something inside it. My daughter makes these little charms on the paper clips. This is a painting of Umbria, which is one of the places that she loved. So I searched until I found an image from Umbria that I like, and I did a watercolor, made it into a little tag, or a little tuck spot. Some great handmade paper, sun print of a Queen Anne's lace, also a pocket. One of her favorite places. More handmade paper. This was an idea that I stole from Jibiniri, where you just make a little spot for collections or things that you're going to put in your journal. So I put some old stamps that I had. And my brother, when he was younger, lived with their family when he was working in Florida. And he passed away last year, and this is a piece of his shirt. So I thought that she might appreciate that. Moving on, a little watercolor of some poppies. She likes flowers. Another sun print of some honeysuckle from my yard. They visited Petra. I guess it's not far from where they live, but she was showing me pictures of it last time she was here, and I remember those pictures, so I did a little drawing, pen and ink, of Petra. This is from the Peak District, just a little side of a house. I know that they visited the Prismatics in their U.S. travel, so I did a little painting of that. This is a Jack London quote about writing. My daughter does embroidery, so this young lady's name begins with an A, so my daughter did an A on some old linen, and then I just made it into a pocket, sewed it around. Another inside pocket. I thought I would give her some watercolor paper just in case she wanted to do some watercolors. I know she's artsy as well. A piece of embroidery from an old table linen. Another envelope that can be opened. I lined this one with tracing paper, just like that crinkle. I just took an old business envelope and lined it and did a quote. And the last page is a piece of vine from my yard, and I made her a set of Peerless watercolors, and they're just watercolors that are they're in paper form, so you wet the paper and then you can paint with it and not have to carry around a watercolor set. So I went ahead and clipped it there, and there's a little place for a pen, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you got a little inspiration from it. Have a great day. See you later.